Hello, and welcome to the You Are Powerful podcast series. I am Dr. Christina Samycia, holistic and spiritual psychologist, and the author of The Journey of Discovering Inner Peace. Within these podcasts, my writing, and one-on-one services, I believe my purpose is to be part of the shift in consciousness and to assist others in navigating this challenging time. 2020 was such a pivotal year, as it illuminated so many things for us. One of the concepts that was reflected back to us was our victim consciousness. If we are to align with this new age, we need to embrace the concept that we are powerful. In my previous podcast, I stated that we are not victims of the world, but creators of our reality. I illustrated that our belief systems, conscious and subconscious, shape our reality. Hopefully this inspired you to start examining some of the beliefs that you hold that may be keeping you in victim consciousness. When we were children, we created belief systems about ourselves and the world based on our childlike perspective, limited life experiences, and the beliefs of those around us. This becomes our story. Based on our childhood experiences, we also endured emotional pain that we haven't fully processed. This is stored within our physical body. The story and the emotions attached to it becomes the building block of our cognitive and emotional foundation. We also have other information from our ancestors and parents stored in our DNA that reinforce our story. Some of this story is conscious, but most of it is stored in our subconscious mind. An important but difficult concept to grasp is that the belief systems you may have are not necessarily true. Many of our beliefs are opinions, not truths, and can be challenged and changed. Most of us rarely question the story about ourselves or the beliefs that we hold. We do not always understand that there's an inaccurate script that is playing in our subconscious mind, which defines who we are, influences our lives, and motivates our decisions. This story shapes our perceptions, triggers emotional pain, and we attract experiences that reinforce it. Unless we understand this story, process our emotional pain, and rewrite it, we are trapped by it. However, we can become the authors of our lives and become more empowered by understanding and rewriting our story. Something to understand is that your thoughts are things. They are energy. Everything is energy. Our thoughts are energy created by the brain. The brain is built of tiny nerve cells called neurons. Neurons connect to other neurons and form a neural network. When neurons connect, they create a thought, which eventually imprints in our memory. The more we think the same thought, the more we reinforce this neural connection. This is a very important concept because this explains why it is so difficult to change how we think, and consequently how we feel, because our thoughts are actually hardwired in the brain. This also explains our attachment to our ego self. We created a story that consciously and subconsciously replays itself and becomes hardwired in the brain. Think of your thoughts as habits. To break a habit takes time and intention. If you practice stopping or changing a thought, the neural connection becomes weaker. Because many of the beliefs that we hold, whether we are conscious of them or not, are continually being forced, this leads us to misinterpret them as truths. I refer to these as small t truths. However, many beliefs that we think are true are merely opinions, which can be changed. There are very few truths that I refer to as big T truths. Truths with a big T are universal truths, such as the earth is round, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and matter cannot be destroyed nor created, only transformed. Big T truths are absolutes, whereby everyone can agree to them. Small t truths are opinions that most of us adopt as true, usually at a very early age, because we don't challenge our belief systems when we grow up. For example, the idea that I am not lovable, I am not good enough, I don't deserve to be happy, I am not safe, etc., are small t truths or opinions that we created in childhood based on our limited experiences. The concept of the starving artist is yet another small t truth that we could all understand. Some artists do financially struggle. However, some do not. Therefore, it is not a truth, but an opinion. As you start examining the beliefs you hold, you may start to question these beliefs. You may ask yourself, is that really true? Is this just an opinion? A question I always challenge my clients with is, well, says who? You can now decide to change any belief that you hold. Hopefully you will continue exploring and changing those small t truths that you hold on a subconscious level and on a conscious level, because these concepts are causing you pain and are keeping you in victim consciousness. Because the universe mirrors for us what we believe on a conscious and, more importantly, subconscious level, it is so important to become aware of these subconscious programs and to start changing them as well. As becoming more mindful of the things we say and think, and even the messages we expose ourselves to, because this can reinforce belief systems that we want to shift. Start paying attention to the things you say to yourself and start practicing or reframing them. The subconscious mind is very powerful. Although we would like to believe that we are logical, rational, and conscious thinkers, research has shown us that anywhere from 80 to 99% of all brain activity is subconscious. We can compare it to an iceberg. The tip of the iceberg is the conscious mind. The rest of the iceberg is subconscious. Our subconscious mind has stored every experience we have ever had and the emotions they have elicited and registers everything. Most of our brain activity is subconscious and motivates the decisions we make. The subconscious mind holds more power and will always override conscious thought. Our subconscious hears everything. What are the things you say to yourself on a regular basis? What messages are you exposing yourself to on a regular basis? Are they fear-based or negative? This impacts your reality. This can be difficult to avoid because there are so many fear-based and disempowering messages that we are being exposed to on a regular basis, especially right now. However, when you start becoming more mindful, you will likely start noticing how frequently we are bombarded by them. Hopefully, you will become more mindful of the information that you allow in your life. Remember, you are that powerful. You have the ability to challenge and change any belief that you hold. Stay tuned for next week's podcast when we explore how to change how we respond to situations. If you are interested in learning more about the information presented, my book is available on my website, Christina Samycia, psyd.com. The ebook version is also available at most ebook retailers.